Hey peeps, it's Tripl-L, and today I'm here to bring you a Pokemon related video, more specifically, a video about which of the new starters from Pokemon Sun and Moon I think is the most interesting. And if you can see the video title, you already know, I think Litten is the most interesting of the new starters, design-wise. So, recently, I made a video about Popplio, why I thought he was being just mistreated and disliked among the community, and I pretty much came to the conclusion, well, it's because people don't know what a sea lion looks like and they didn't realize they do not like what a sea lion looks like. Yeah, it was a funny video. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed making it. It's got a few flaws, but, you know, learning curve. And I really want to make a video about Rowlet, but I have nothing to say about the little guy besides how cute and adorable he is. He's definitely my pick. But I'll keep thinking about that. But no, today's video is about Litten, the fire cat. So, a lot of people like Litten because of his little eyes, and he looks like he's got attitude, and he's a fire cat, so that's always nice. But there's something really interesting in Litten's design. Some of you already probably know what I'm about to refer to, but here, I've got something to show you. Can you see that? Do you see how that just matches properly? Is it a coincidence? Maybe. I don't know. This, my friends, is the Leviathan cross, or Leviathan's cross. There's a lot of ways of how you could manipulate the two words that make the name, but it's the Leviathan cross. And it is used for a very specific reason in literature or paintings. It is the alchemic symbol for sulfur. So that's cool, right? Like a symbol of alchemy being used in a Pokemon design. But you may be asking, well, why sulfur? That seems so random. Yeah, it is, but alchemy is the kind of thing where elements, everyday elements, have special properties associated to them, properties having to do with philosophy, and the properties of sulfur actually lend kind of well to Litten. So, sulfur. Alchemically, sulfur is associated to the concept of hot and dry. Okay, so we can see the connection there. Litten's a fire type, so hot and dry are kind of its thing. But sulfur is also sometimes used to portray the sun, or the sun is used to portray sulfur, depending on who's painting for who. So another association there, except this one, while also reinforcing the fire typing, kind of lends itself to the title of the game, Pokemon Sun, so there's a connection there. And that's really cool. In all honesty, having this is really cool. This by itself gives a lot of room for speculation because people can go and talk, well, sulfur is an acid, so maybe Litten will have a poison typing later down its line. And you know, there are also rumors that Litten's final typing might be ground because of stuff people found on the official website. And even if it was ground, you can still make a case for the alchemical connection because alchemy relies on working on base materials, materials that are in the physical world. So you could kind of make an argument in that regard, but that's not what I'm here for. No, there's actually another side to this story when it comes to sulfur. And this is where I'm going to go into speculation, because this will work dependent on how much research Game Freak did. If Game Freak did a lot of research and decided to go all the way with the sulfur connection, then it opens the door for something interesting. But if they're just using it as a nice little aside just to aid the design, then it'll be okay still. So, what is the other side to sulfur? Well, sulfur is part of a duo. Think a magnet. A magnet has north and south. In this case, sulfur is the north. So, what's the south? Actually, it is the element mercury. So mercury alchemically is associated with the concepts of wet and cold. So you can see the parallel. Like, come on guys, if you can't see the parallel, I don't know how to help you. Moving on though, what this means in terms of design is that there could be a counterpart to Litten. Now, here's the thing. Last generation we had themes when it came to the starters. We had a knight in Chestnut, a magician in Delphox, and a ninja in Greninja. I'm not sure if themes are going to be a thing this generation again with these starters, but even if they were already looking at the starters, there is no way either of the two starters are gonna represent the symbol of Mercury. Like, even looking at Popplio, I don't know, man. Like, he's the one that has the most chance of the two starters because he's water, but I don't see him having that symbol of Mercury. So, what does this mean? Well, maybe there'll be a connection outside of the starters. I'm specifically thinking, well, we have a fire cat, so if they're gonna go with this duality, they'd have to have like a water dog, or even a water cat. Either way, either of them are fine, but it'd just be odd, right? You wouldn't expect a starter to be associated with a non-starter, but if it happens, it'd be really neat. Anyway, a water cat. So that'd be a very interesting kind of dynamic to have in a Pokemon game, and it'd be interesting to see how far they go with the alchemical reference. So really, what this comes down to, like I said before, is whether or not Game Freak did research, or did extensive research on sulfur. Because right now, honestly, the symbol on Litten's head could just be a flare on the design. And you know, there's nothing wrong with that. It could just be a happy coincidence that it just happens to look like the symbol for sulfur, and we can just end it there. But if they did go in with that connection, if they decided to use all of sulfur's alchemical associations, then we might be seeing another cool Pokemon with the symbol for Mercury somewhere on its body, and that'd just be really neat. This is why I think Litten's the most interesting Pokemon, because behind it, it has enough things that can give you a lot of, I don't know, a lot of opportunity to speculate, and that's interesting. It's nice to talk about these things. So what do you think, peeps? Do you think this is just a nice coincidence, or do you think there's something there? Do you think Game Freak's gonna go all the way with the connection and make a water dog that has the symbol of Mercury somewhere on it? Or do you think it's just they're gonna take the symbol of sulfur, just leave it there, just have it a one-off thing? You know, I'm hoping for the water dog, but I could see the possibility of them just leaving it for a one-off thing being there. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something about sulfur and Mercury. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Oh, well, oh, this, right. I always forget to do this. Wait. You guys know what to do. If you want. I'm not forcing you. Like, just, if you like this video, you know, chances are you might like other videos that I might make, so. Okay, no, seriously. Thanks a lot for watching, peeps. Have a good day.